for me to stand up. Good morning. Welcome to Bars and Bells.
Good
My
day.
name's Lauren.
And I'm Ian.
Good morning.
And with coffee in hand, we're ready for a little handstand practice here.
Handstands.
Welcome.
Mm-hmm.
Lovely day here. You wouldn't know
Wow.
it, but it's a little bit snowy outside. Can't see from there maybe, but still a lovely day here in the studio, and we just continue to look forward to work on those skills.
Oh, we said we'd sit in our
Light splits, yeah.
to start. So we'll sit in our splits, have a couple sips.
Couple sips.
As I'm sitting here, I think about, oh, you're in a different split.
Whatever
okay.
split.
Pulling your shins. Sometimes I pull my shins towards my... I know, I was looking at the hole a little bit in your pants. I got distracted. Pull my foot towards my shins.
You get to go shopping
and
today.
Then point. Yeah, it's all our money. Pull our foot towards our shin and point. And then I like to stay in that pointed position because we're going to do handstands. Can you just rotate that leg a little bit, open and closed in its socket? So I'm just rotating my leg in its socket, open and closed there. Just for a couple, open and closed.
And I'm still trying to catch up with my feet.
And then a little hinge maybe. Also love a little side bend in my split stretch too. Just feels so nice. Last one or so, and then we'll get on with our continued scheduled programming.
Have you practiced this week? I don't know if I did really.
Not handstands, no.
Crawls and other core. Yeah. But yeah, we haven't practiced.
We'll flip to do
handstands.
our wrist warm up, as wrists are obviously quite important in our handstanding.
Yes.
Spreading fingers wide,
gripping
the floor, pulling your shoulders down, rotating those elbows to rotate those elbow pits forward. Keep that rotation and draw some circles with your shoulders. Thinking about how the weight distributes through your fingertips as you do this, as that will pass over to your handstands, switching directions. Your handstands for balance, you'll feel that weight distributing through your hand and your fingers.
And that wrist extension is always tough. When you're out front here, it is always challenging.
And then 1 or 2 first knuckle push-ups. So bending those fingers, keeping those elbows straight as you push up on those knuckles. 1 or 2 more. And then we'll just gently sit back and shake those hands out for a second. Good. Coming back down to our wrists. Palms will face forward, fingers towards your knees, gently placing down. If you need to do this one hand at a time, you can, or against a wall. Pulling your shoulders down and gently sitting back. If you're finding this position really hard, think about that you're going to be upside down on this. So maybe you modify your upside down.
And build the resilience in these easy or simple exercises that are not necessarily easy.
Before you build.
So you're strong from the ground up.
And then gently bend the elbows, peel the hands off the floor.
Hate it. Absolutely love it and hate it.
And shake that up. Oh, goodness. One more, sorry. One hand down, back of hand goes down, pull your shoulder down, and gently spin the elbow pit forward again. Spreading out fingers, sitting back. Now I feel that stretch up the fuzzy part of my arm. There, feels nice. Opposite of typing. And again, bend the elbow and peel out of that one. Other side, back of hand down. Try to straighten the bow, pull the shoulder down, elbow pit forward. Stretch out the fuzzy part. And then bend to roll up out of that. Nice.
Check that out.
Take us into our Tspine.
Excellent. For the Tspine, yes, love that position that we're getting in here. So again, if your deep knee bends aren't so cool with this, we could do them more conventionally from our quadruped. This version helps block in that low back that we really get to focus on the ribs. Hands on the floor. Pack your shoulders. For 1 or 2, flex the spine and ask yourself, are your shoulders protracted the way I'm showing at this moment?
Meaning
Or
what?
are they retracted, meaning together? Now, with your shoulder blades pulling together, keep that tension and now try to flex your spine.
Pushing your chest forward is flexing your spine.
No, it's not.
Oh, I'm rounding then.
That's flexing your spine.
I'm rounding.
Yeah. And then just relax there. Now maintain the shoulder blades tight together. And now, as Lauren said, lift or push your sternum forward, which is now that extension of the spine. Ask yourself, are your shoulders packed or are they protracted? And we want to be retracted. So connect those shoulder blades in retraction and just relax for a second. Tension work, we hope that could feel like a little bit of work. Here we go. This is the real drill now. Hands open. Screw them in. Start pushing the hands forward and driving your hips back. Connect your ribs and hips with tension and look to lift your chest or your T-spine forward and continue to do that for 4, 3. Stay there, just relax your tension. Repeat. Regrip the hands, straighten elbows, hands forward, armpits low, hips back, and pushing your sternum forward for 5.
And checking in
4,
with that low back, that it's
3,
not arched.
2, easy on the off. Reset. One more time. Pack shoulders. Connect those ribs, hips to, just like Lauren said there, protect the low back. Keeping the chin neutral. Push forward and push the T-spine or sternum forward for 5, 4, 3, 2. Relax that tension. Whew, and shake that out. Make that feel like work. Talk to the rib cage here. It doesn't need to move a lot, but that mobility gain will help the handstand overhead. I'm sorry, I'm looking at the wrong
We're going to flip to
thing.
our back here.
Nice, knee, yeah.
Warming up our hamstrings because we're going to be doing a lot of kicking to our handstands today. Knees are bent, chin is tucked, head's resting on the floor. From here, I always like to do a little twist. There we go. From here, gently bring one knee in towards your chest and just slightly extend the knee. And again, just like we did in the splits, play a couple times with that leg straight, pull the foot towards you, and then point the foot away. When you pull the foot towards you, try to keep that knee straight. As you point, see if you can get the leg even straighter. Now with that pointed foot, let's go back to that internal and external rotation. So I want you to take your leg in its socket and pivot it, rotating in and rotating open. As you do this, it's in the hip socket that's moving. Your hips aren't hiking at all. It's only that leg. Last in, rotation internally, back to neutral, either a pointed foot or a flexed foot. Bend the knee, using your hamstring to curl all the way closed. Place the foot down, switch legs. Other leg comes up, gently straightens at the knee. First time straightening that leg today, so do your foot pull towards your shin and your point and your pull, and point. Keeping one of those feet, rotating the leg in its socket into external rotation and internal rotation. Femur is rotating. Which one's harder for you?
The other one.
Last one.
Or the direction?
Get it back to neutral. Bend and bring, the direction I meant.
Internal.
Let's go back to that first leg again. I want to do a little hip because I feel like I could use this. So really, I'm just being selfish. Ian doesn't know I'm about to do this. I'd like to do our gates opening and closing. So one leg goes nice and straight, one knee is bent. Bring that knee up towards your chest and then rotate that leg in its socket like we just practiced. The leg now is going to rest on the other leg, or your ankle is going to rest on the thigh of your other leg. Flex your foot so that your foot is in line and make sure your heel is in line with the edge of that quad here. Now, put your hands on your hips or your hip bones. And now, without moving those hip bones you're touching, I want you to open and close that folded leg. That means that knee is going to kind of pull towards your chest or rotating internally in its socket. And then you're going to open the gate and push that knee and leg away from you. As you push out, still keep those hips level. So don't let that hip pelvis socket go with you. Internally rotate. Just that leg is moving. Externally rotate. Hold it in that external rotation. Try pushing it out a little bit more for 3, 2. Keep that rotation. Try to control that lift off with the leg. Unrotate it. And then extend it down and just let it go for a second. Switch legs. Other leg goes out straight. Other knee is bent. Hands on the hips to start right away. So those hip bones. Pull your knee in its socket. It's going to rotate. That foot is going to find the quad. Foot is dorsiflexed, and that heel or that quad are in line with each other. Readjust your hip bones if you need to. I got a little out of whack there. Now pushing or opening and closing the gate. Knee comes towards chest, and then leg opens in its socket. Oh, I'm just in this.
I don't want to move.
I was just going to say the sunbeam just hit my forehead so nicely.
It feels so lovely here in
Pushing
the sun.
out on that knee again in that hip. So I'm saying push out on the knee, internally rotate. But really that power is coming from the glute and the butt there. Now keep that external rotation or that push out with its own power. Try to lift the foot off. Rotate the leg. Let it go out straight. Let's do one last little dynamic hamstring and then we'll move on from this position. Both knees are bent, feet on the floor. You're going to straighten one knee, bring it up to center, hold 3, 2, and then switch legs. 3, 2, and switch. I'm going to do the first 4, so one more with that flexed foot or the pull towards my ankle. Now I'm going to switch it and point my foot. And switch and point my foot. And switch and point my foot. And last switch. Nice. Hammies are feeling rocking and ready to go there. Great. From here, because we're on our back, we'll get right into a hollow hold.
Great.
Level 1 first. Here we go. Knees come up over chest. Point your toes, because that's what we're practicing today. Connect your ribs and hips. Arms out at the side. Hold. 10 seconds to start. 8, 7, 6, remember to breathe. 3, 2, easy off, but don't go far. Either that same version or slightly more extended for a little bit harder for another 10 seconds. Ready? Everything comes up to center. Either knees straighter and longer. 10-second hold again. 10, 9, 5, 4, 3, 2, bring it to center. Flip over, same sort of hollow hold from our stomach. In our handstand-like position, so arms will be extended.
I really like pressing the floor away.
With my elbows.
On the elbows, yeah.
So for ladies, we tuck our chest underneath us a little bit. We tuck our hips. Well, guys, you have to do that too. Tuck our hips, legs together like we're in our handstand position. Tuck hips under. I could reach under your belly button right now. Your chest is heavy into the floor. Reaching long, 10 seconds, holding now. The other thing I could do is if I came over to you, I could roll you like a log, and you would stay as one unit. 5, 4, 3, 2, easy off. Don't go far. We should do that one more time.
Oh.
I know. Oh, they're so good for our handstands.
Practicing the endurance.
3, 2, back up. A little bit longer this time.
Where are you looking again?
Well, I'm trying not to talk into my mic too loud, so I'm looking awkwardly up.
I'd probably have my...
But I would look at the floor.
Me too.
8, 7, 4, 3, 2, easy off. Good. Come up via a little bit of a push-up, so pack your shoulders, tuck your hips under, and slowly come up via that down dog. because we're going to crawl a little bit here.
Mm.
So walking your feet towards your hands towards your feet, trying to keep your knees relatively straight, and then rolling up. Oh, sorry, I wasn't into my elephant yet.
Mm.
I was just standing up, grabbing a little sip of coffee, shaking it out, seeing
Shaking
if
out.
things are lit up a little bit more in my body than they were 10 minutes ago.
I feel that they are definitely.
So getting into some
Yep.
crawls and some sissy squat versions. We're going to start with our elephant. Would you like to elephant, Ian?
I'd elephant around. Let's elephant around. Down dog style, elephant crawl, bear march, many, many names. Set up our hip hinge. Find the floor. Elevate the shoulders like in our handstand.
Meaning push the floor away.
And pack your shoulders, as in pull down your armpits. Elevate the shoulders as to press the floor away and to pack down. And Lauren and I are trying to solve and figure out the best position for the shoulders as we bear crawl. Play with it. We'll let you know what we think about it after. Go. It is a left hand and a right leg reach, and then a right hand and a left leg reach. We have a long spine.
We're trying to keep our heels down and our knees straight.
Down.
4-ish more steps.
Couple more.
Last one. And then we'll stand up out of this.
With that fold or hinge in mind, pulling on the abs to tall. To set up that sissy squat, we're going to walk around on our tip toes. I would like us to think about walking from the butt rather than tipping our system. You ready? Pull yourself together as if you're in that straw or you're in your handstand. And again, think about pushing or pulling, working from your bum.
Keeping your knees
The
straight.
hips are in the same position. The hips are in the same position no matter which way you go. And work for a couple more seconds here. Onto those toesies. And now let's go nice and narrow together. And we'll take about 10 seconds to lower the heels. Go. Squeeze your butt cheeks together. Heels pull together. 3, 2, and down.
Nice. Crawl
Wiggle it
number 2, our lizard.
Yep.
Again, I'll do this stationary. Ian, you can crawl about if you'd like. So I'm going to do my hinge or my forward fold. Hands find the floor. Get out to your plank-like position. From here, taking a foot comes up beside hand. Oh, yeah. I'm feeling a stretch under my thigh here and my butt from all my lunges we did on Thursday. And then I'm going to switch legs. Other leg comes up beside my hand, trying to keep my spine nice and long.
And I've really enjoyed adding this little variation to the lizard, the little Cossack lizard. Hands. We could walk the hands out as far as we could to like a full plank and then walk around to the other side.
And switch again.
Trying to stay in nice and tight, nice and close. So playing with that lizard is fun. Come up with your own gait.
One more time on each side. Let's try to add a little bit here from that hip again like we did earlier. Rotate the leg in its socket. So I'm opening up that hip and knee a little bit open there. See that? And now maybe a little bit of a push-up. Keeping my head in line with my body. Keeping my back leg fairly straight. Push the floor away. Switch legs. Other leg comes up. It opens in its socket. This time I do open that instep of my foot there. Opens in its socket. Little push up. Bring both feet up together. Hanging out in your squat. And then hop. Excellent.
From the toe walk to the toe squat. 3 to 5 reps. Slow accordion style in our toe squat. The hips will stay mostly underneath of these shoulders. They might duck out a little bit at the end. From this position, We're pulling ourselves down, keeping our hips and shoulders stacked
Don't lean forward then.
to your safe low, and balance to tall. Repeat. Pull together in that straw, knees together. I have narrow feet compared to Lauren, if you can see or can't see that. Get your base of support. And straight up. And I maybe was trying to hide that I didn't stay vertical that last time, but here we go. We're going to try it again. I hope I'm nice and vertical, hips and shoulders, balance to low, up to tall. One or two more.
One or two.
Isn't this 3, 4?
This is 5.
Okay, last one.
I think. Maybe 4.
Up. I thought it was 4. One more time if we got it. Pulling together, time and tension down. And now slow heels to the floor. Straight and easy in, straight and easy in. And you too.
Whew. All right, a new crawl. It's not really a crawl, but we're going to call it a crawl. It's a little bit of a version of our second position, Jane Fonda's, meets our Cossack squat. We're going to call it a wide horse. So we're going to take
stance.
A lateral but slightly forward stance. So my heel, almost like my heel, my front heel, and my back toe would be on the same plane. So that foot isn't too far. Hips are square forward. That front leg is going to bend, and I'm going to sit into that. This foot still remains flat on the floor. Knee is tracking this toe. Now, I'm going to put the ceiling down low on my head, and I can't hit the ceiling. I'm going to push off that back leg, bend through, and step to the next side. Again, not taking too big of a step, staying low, creeping through. Don't let that horizon change. Stay low, creep, straighten that back leg. Stay low, creep. Ian's doing something different back there.
Am I?
Well, you've made some diamond shape there.
I'm just in my turned out position on the other side, yeah.
Last 2, creeping right towards you. And last one. I don't know why. The horse, we think because it doesn't bring your legs together and then stand up. We think a horse because it doesn't change levels when it runs. It's almost like a speed skater.
Runners
right.
shouldn't either.
Go.
I'm sorry.
Limbo squat.
Limbo squat. Great. So we're going to repeat the toe squat once to get to that low position. And then while we're low, that limbo exercise of trying to keep the hips extended as we drive back. 3 to 5 toe squat first, pulling ourselves down with that tension and control. The knees are going to try to get to the floor. The belly button and the ribs and the hips are going to all connect in towards a straight line and then back to center. Repeat for a couple more in a row. Ribs, hips tuck underneath.
Stay low, Ian.
Extending the hips and down with control. Extending through those hips. Ooh, a little bit of soft at the end there. I think I can get one more here. Ribs to hips. Toe squat. Slow tension down. If I can get my balance here. Slow tension down.
Whew.
Last
crawl. We often do our bear crawl for a quadruped or all 4. We're going to flip the bear on its back and do a crab crawl. Feet point forward. I personally point my hands backwards.
Yep, me too.
Some weird little children can manage to crawl around like this.
Not yours truly.
Not us. I often too, when I end up crawling, they kind of pivot out a little bit. So we are going to either lift our butt slightly off the floor and stay in this position, or lift up to that high bridge. You pick. Same thing, opposite hand and foot to walk around. No matter where you are, Keeping tension through core, trying to walk backwards, trying to walk forwards, trying to be a crab, and walk
Triceps.
sideways. Last 10 seconds or so.
And it is supposed to, or probably is a little bit awkward.
3, 2, and down.
Ooh, but my triceps, that's a new angle for my triceps.
At this age, it's like, why did we like crab soccer?
Ah,
Ugh. That was
sitting on a
enough.
gym floor, no thank you.
All right, one
that's what
last.
I'm doing as an adult, so it can't be that bad.
One last squat.
Kind of the full thing. Lauren has been really working on this negative. So, start together, get tall, extend your hips, pushing knees forward, approaching your safe depth of your sissy squat. Then bring the hips under to stand up, tall, reset. Follow along if we can. Up to the toes, extending the hips, driving those knees forward over the toes to your safe depth. Pull the hips under, stand up tall, reset those feet. Literally wiggle that out. Take a second. Do a couple more of those as we wish, or regress to any of those phases prior to this version. Toes, core tension, hip extension, getting to your safe low, owning it, working hard, reset. Let's do that one more time. What's your intention? Set it, hit it.
Oh, good. I wanted to tap the floor.
Oh, I was almost there.
Nice.
Up.
Whew. Excellent. Guess what time it is?
It's time to play. Hopefully our bodies feel prepared and warmed up to try about a minute of handstanding again. Get your camera on, get your coffee in, and let's just start playing in some kick-ups and gently approach your handstand for a Saturday. Whew.
1 minute-ish on the clock.
Yep, I'm gonna try both legs here and there.
First time we're going upside down fully. Do what feels good. Get ready. Set about a minute or so.
Those good habits of accepting the floor, pressing the floor away.
Over kicking. How's my bad leg or my different leg?
And then pressing down. Oh, little over kick almost. Okay, that's 3. So I'm going to switch legs. Save it, Lauren, but I love it.
I didn't. I
it.
wasn't together. 10 or so more seconds. I'm
So
playing.
again,
Play has no rules, Ian.
that is true.
Great.
How did that go?
Those pull-ups.
How did that go this week to the last week? Keep practicing, keep checking in.
Just gonna grab the Kleenex. You go.
You do the Kleenex thing and I'll do our thing.
Single leg squats.
Integrating, yes. So integrating within our sets of kick-ups, we're gonna really just focus on our kick-up today. Focusing on finding the line rather than looking, look for the line rather than the time. Looking for that nice consistent kick-up weight rather than spending eternities up there until maybe the end of our workout. Single leg squat variations, again, as I said, to put in between of that. So whether it is working on versions of our clock exercise, we'll pick different exercises working on a single leg squat.
Here, you do that, and I'll do my handstands.
Doing our handstands. I'm going to try to be mostly quiet. Well, I'm going to let the handstander do most of the talking, so you should go up front.
Oh, I thought the single legger was talking.
So mix up those single legs. I'm going to do 2 repetitions each leg, just super light volume, looking for nice control.
I don't know how much I can talk while I do this.
Yeah, in between
I'm going to go
sets.
into my usual setup, gripping the floor, packing, stacking, and just trying to find that single leg up towards the ceiling.
And again, you're doing it with Lauren or with me. You're not doubling up on your handstands. Take your time. So I'm trying to keep.
You weren't even looking at my awesome one.
Okay, I wasn't, but I heard it. So I'm trying to keep my hip on this green line to the side here as I convince this knee that it's safe and strong to go forward, reaching out to the side. It's tall. Then I get to shake it out. Lauren's going to do her single leg squat. So for those of you who just did the exercise of the handstand, follow Lauren as she demonstrates her squat. And I'm going to look for that 3 or so number, 3 to 5 kick-ups per leg, looking for my nice line. You safe there? Can you back up a little bit?
Yeah.
Believe it or not, you don't want to kick you in the head. Okay. Nice and consistent kick-ups here. I'm trying to keep the same steps per rep. It's the hands, it's my legs, it's my press away, my reset.
I did about 3 single legs each side, squats, keeping the volume slow.
Woo! Hold the balance, and last one. Hit those spots as much as you can. Rest as you need. I'm going to change the direction of my single leg. I chose those 9 and 3 o'clocks. I'm going to pick on 4s and 8s for 2 or 3.
I'm going to practice the same thing, just getting vertical, trying to keep my tuck, pushing the floor away, finding that balance in my hands, gripping.
And sometimes it's okay. And sometimes it's okay if you get distracted. You find that spot, rock it. And if you're training with someone, it's okay if you slack off on your set to celebrate in someone else's accomplishment.
I'm just going to drop the mic and walk away on that one.
That was sweet.
Watching Ian finish up his last couple of single legs, excuse me. There. And then we'll switch again. So I did my single leg front squat, or more my pistol squat last time with that leg in front. I'm going to revisit my shrimp squat next time.
Oh.
So where I then take that leg behind me and work it towards the floor without dropping my hips.
The shrimps are tough. Same thing as before, looking for a couple kick-ups per side. And again, I'm going to start, finish in the ways that I'm planning and grooving. So I'm scissoring here, switching in the air, and just taking that time, working on the weight. Oh, little heavy, little heavy. little heavy. I have 2 more if I can here.
Don't rush. I just did 2 reps each side of those shrimps. They're tough.
Awesome.
One more round?
I think so.
All right.
What did I do?
You
I
did
went
lateral
here,
last time.
went back. So now did you go midnights? I'm gonna try those midnight directions. So
Yeah, I did. I started with those.
again, nice consistent at 2s.
I'm going to think about doing the same thing. And then if I do get up into that stand, or even if I don't, I'm going to reach towards the ceiling as long as I can and try to grow a couple inches. See if it works. 5-5 by the end of this.
Reach it. Rowan. You can hear her breathing, working hard, pointing toes. Own the dismount. That's the only thing I wish for her right now. Yes.
All right.
Nice job.
Did you do both sides, or were you
No,
distracted?
I get distracted because you're so awesome.
Oh, that's great. I wish I could see you doing it.
I know.
Sorry, not you, Ian. I'm talking to the audience.
No, I knew that.
How is it going out there? Good? Oh, good. Are you getting up?
I know, whether it's a hashtag bars and bells,
Yeah?
handstand, or handstand BB, I would love to start assembling resources from students who kind of show previous experience as well as where we're going.
Yeah, send us videos. We
Send
can
us
talk about them.
videos.
Yep.
We want to hear.
I also just like
I have
having
one last set of
fake
my
conversations.
handstands here. I'm doing that same thing. This is
Have
You
conversations
go
with
ahead.
myself, so
You
I
go
thought
ahead.
I'd have a conversation with you.
You go ahead. So
I'm
doing
just
that
talking to nobody.
last set of scissors here for me.
And I'm going to work on that single leg, this time out to the side. I guess you're back there?
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
If you're with me on these single legs, as we reach lateral, still keep that knee in line with that toe. Don't rush, Ian. Tall.
I can feel my knee bending. I'm trying to stiffen it out to finish nice and straight here.
Very nice.
Ooh.
Doesn't it look like I'm just on the edge of the ceiling?
Holy cow. That's work.
Yeah.
Work, work, work. Okay. Check, check, check off that time list.
We have a minute
Ooh.
of free time.
Can we hang on our splits and just give ourselves a rest for a second?
Sure.
We're gonna let's sit in our split.
Yeah.
Sit in our split, everybody.
Do you think you could entertain them in your split?
Yeah. We'll entertain you in our split and we'll wait for Lauren to come back. You probably know what's going on. So as we quickly just talk to our split here, if we work on our splits, it's imperative that our lumbar spine is extended or neutral, definitely not flexed. If you see or feel yourself in that flexed shape, whether we use yoga blocks or sit on a chair, very important and progressive for safety and strength if we lift our bum. What we'll be getting into after this little bit of a break will be these active liftoffs. So hang out in your split where you think you feel comfortable, which is great. I'm gonna do 1/4 turn here. So if that's our split, that's great. Place the legs together, either point or dorsiflex at a foot. Take a second, lift up a single leg, and where do we have the power to open it towards? Take a look at it. Did your chest stay square? Are you all good? Great. Do you have the strength to bring it back? Lift it up, pull it to center and down. Repeat the same thing the other side. Keeping the shoulders square or heart forward. Flex meaning lift. Open. Not nearly as much over there, buddy. Hanging out. Actively lifting. In and center.
I gotta just catch up.
Yeah. So again, highlighting the difference here between passive stretch and active stretch or tension. We'll play with that in a second. My body feels nice and recovered to try 1 or 2 more moments in a handstand challenge.
Mm-hmm.
Yours?
Yeah, we'll do our handstand and then we'll finish with our splits and core.
Yep.
Okay.
So this will be our minute handstand challenge. How long can you hold yourself inverted for a full minute? I am going to just take 1 quick second here.
I remember doing this with a garage gym girl in the park the first time we did it. And I've gotten better. I'm nowhere near at all what she's doing. But the easiest, she said, obviously, the easiest thing is to just hold your handstand for a minute.
Just 1 minute, upside down,
And
that's all.
she obviously just did that. So we're getting closer to that full minute, but some days.
Oh, come on.
You ready yet, Ian?
Well,
we're going to go in 5 seconds.
That was for a documentary style, but it's more. This is more important.
3.
Can we get in 10 seconds? I just got to focus.
Okay, Ian has to focus. 5 seconds, 1 minute of free time. 3, 2, when you're ready. Oh, that was really good for me.
Damn it, I started thinking about it.
Ian, you get it 45.
I got to finish on that
10-ish more seconds.
I know. That was so great. I just get too excited, I think. There you go. That was nice. Yep. There you go. Today's your day.
I know, I get too excited too.
Thank you for joining our handstand journey. We're not done yet today.
Empty,
but it is a journey. This thing is a journey. And last week we worked on that stiff arm endurance. And this week I think Lauren has had some of her best, if not ever, definitely best live handstands.
Yeah, for sure. But
that was fun.
Just to tell you,
and that was.
It might go like this today, and then.
Yeah. And if you're having one of those days down here, work skills that can still help you progress, whether it's your core hold, the wall walk, regress. Honestly, that was such a hard time for me because I get so excited when I don't hear sounds on the other side of the room, meaning Lauren's upside down. And that really challenged me for those first 30, 35 seconds that was.
I know I wanted to
and
beat.
Then I
one day
lost
I'm
my
going to beat him.
And it was really hard for me to finish. And
then we'll have a reunion with garage
integrity.
gym girl in the park. All right, splits to finish up. Enough of this chit chat. Splits and a little core.
Yeah. So we're going to sit tall, hands side at the moment, and we might move those hands around. Dorsiflex 1 foot, and then your call, either your point or the dorsa. I like the point because we're talking about handstands. From this position, take your sniff, lift a leg, and open to a place that you own. Tap it down. Repeat the same thing the other side. I might switch my hands at this point, just a little bit more off center. So point now, dorsiflex that heavy wide leg, take your sniff, and open, and not nearly as wide. But here we go. Recess and just get nice and comfortable from here. At this time, dorsiflex the 1 foot that's not going to move. Point the one that you do want to move. Now we can rotate to stay square that front leg. Take a second. And at this point, I probably can only try to lift that leg. Lauren's got a great example here. I am trying to lift for 5 more seconds. Flexing from that hip for 3,
That was
2,
5.
and relax. Switch. Dorso that one. Point the other. Same position. Lift. For 3, 2, tap down. Pull the foot to the shin on that one. Add the rotation. Point the foot we're now looking to lift, which
The
is
cramp
Lauren's
monster
right.
just walked in the room.
The cramp monster might be making their presence
Debut.
felt. Taking a moment with that stiff leg for the last time. Stiff, tension. 8, 7, 6, stiff knees, Ian. I saw Lauren straighten hers too.
1.
Oh, goodness.
I don't know how that count got so
Heavy
long.
foot that way. Point the last time here. Take a second. Cramp up tension. Lift. For 3 and 2. My counting is weird today.
Awful.
And down. Whew, counting is super weird here today. Coming back to that. Take a moment, and we didn't integrate the interim or the plank walkout, and we would like to integrate that
So
now.
to come out of that, lift, close.
Oh, jeez.
Okay, a little finishing up with the core. If your wrists are done being on your hands, or if your hands are done being on your wrists, you could hold your hollow position as a modification. Then you just be on your back holding. If we'd like to do a little bit more, what we're going to do is we're going to do our inchworm out to our extended plank, that's all I like to call it. So we'll walk out to an extended plank, a pause, a hold, 3, 2, 1. Then you're going to walk your feet in towards your hands like you're pulling yourself. Pull, pull, pull. Transfer as much weight as you can onto those hands as if you're going to press to handstand. Pull your hips in their socket, hold, 3, 2, 1. Maybe you have to turn around because your room's too small. Walk back out to your extended plank. This time we'll for real hold it. I was just kind of counting fast. All right, we're holding our extended plank here. Hold. 8, 7, 6. Hips are tucked, butts are squeezed. 4, 3, 2. I tie a rope around your hips. I pull them up to the ceiling as you walk yourself in over your hands.
Pushing the floor away.
Push the floor away. Hold yourself up. One more. I'm going to walk off camera, but I'm still doing it with you.
I know, me too.
Extended plank. Hold. 8,
Ribs
7,
to hips.
5, 3. I'm just going to walk backwards so I don't go anywhere. 2, 1. And then pull yourself back up and press to handstand. Hold. 5, 4, 3, 2.
Oh. Now I'm red in the face.
That's really hard.
Today, we'll only do that one set with you. But at home, that could be its own independent workout for 10 times in a row.
10.
5 to 10 sets. Lots of volume. Work on stiff arm conditioning drills, compression drills for the core hips, and the balance drills.
Yeah. Great. Well, that was a lovely time. I had some great handstands. I hope you did as well.
Yep. We'd love to share our practice with you, and we'd absolutely love sharing in your practice back with us. If you did want to send us videos for some feedback, by all means, and we would look forward to the opportunity to share some training tips with you in an email or other way. My name is Ian.
I'm Lauren.
We are Bars and Bells, and Bars and Bells are simple exercises to feel strong. Handstands make me feel strong.
Always.
Playing with families and kids at our live practice tomorrow on YouTube will make us all feel strong too. And we look forward to sharing our practice and growing online with you.
Thank you very much for coming. Have a great day.
Have a happy Saturday.
Questions, let us know.
See you later.
Bye-bye.